Welcome to another podcast of the current situation Manchester United. To dive deep into the latest Manchester United related transfer news. First off, I would like to say that I know I mentioned this in my last video podcast about our first preseason match, but our first preseason match was quite an outing. It wasn't the best in terms of performance, but we can see the intent from the players that Erik Ten Hag wants from the players on the pitch, and that's quite a start. I think that's something that we can build up to as the preseason builds on. Another thing, let's go into the transfer news because I don't want this video to be very long. So, as you guys know, that we're up on Frenkie De Jong for a long time, at least 2 months, and Barcelona claims that Frenkie De Jong has agreed to terms. Now, I can't speak for you guys, but I don't like when our club spends a long time on one specific player like he's Lionel Messi himself or one of the best players in the world in his prime. This is a good midfielder, yes, I understand that, but we cannot at the same time waste time on this young player from Barcelona if he doesn't want to come. If he doesn't want to come, stop playing with Barcelona, stop playing with Manchester United, said, and let us instead go to different midfielders. There's other midfielders that are good that can replace Frenkie De Jong. But seeing that we have heavily invested in this player, at least being linked to him, I don't think Manchester United is going to cut that tie easily. So it makes sense to go all out for this midfielder right now because you want him to transition into the Manchester United system that Erik Ten Hag wants for Manchester United. We cannot be lingering on this midfielder until he cops out at last second for us to go ditch a panic signing at the latter end of August. We don't want to be doing that. We're better than that. So with this, what they call transfer battle of Frenkie De Jong, hey man, listen, Frenkie De Jong is a good midfielder and he would slot into the starting 11 easily. There is no question or testing to that. But we cannot be spending a long time on this brethren if he doesn't want to be signing for Manchester United. We can't be doing that. Fabrizio Romano, that reliable source from Italy, as some person may say, he's more reliable, he's more faithful and loyal and more trustworthy than your own girlfriend. He's more loyal than your own wife. Hey, I mean, if that's your experience, that's your experience. But he's basically saying that Frenkie De Jong has reached an agreement with Manchester United. If this is true, which given his history of high credibility, Romano, this could be true, and that puts us into the driving seat of getting this signing. So that is big ups to Frenkie De Jong. On to the next. We have been linked to this defend. Oh, I clicked out of the tab. Give me a second. Hold on. We are linked to this Ajax. I believe it's an Ajax defender. Okay, yes, he's from Ajax. His name is Lisandro Martinez. I've never seen this dude kick a football. I've never seen him play football. But if given that he's worked under the leadership and management of Erik Ten Hag at Ajax, Erik Ten Hag wants to recruit this player at Manchester United to kickstart his era at Manchester United. And it says here that Ajax accepts 47 million euros bid for Manchester United for Lisandro Martinez. I believe he's what's he? Is he a fullback or is he a centre half? Give me a second. Oh, he's an Argentinian defender. Huh. Quite interesting. And he's 24 years old. So okay, so he's not only an Argentinian, but he can play. He can play defend. He can play as a centre back, a left back, and a defensive midfielder. Talking about having all the jacks of all trade in a defender. Aye man, our defense need to be shaken up. We've seen that Eric Bay had an impressive performance against Liverpool, but we know the reputation of Eric Bay. You cannot give Eric Bay high hopes because he's just gonna shatter them like how he's gonna shatter his own legs because he has a very fat injury record. And we want to let go Phil Jones. We want to release or at least sell Axel Twansi. We have a lot of defenders a Manchester United that needs to be cleared out on needed unwarranted defenders. And with that clearing out, we can start with the sign of Lisandro Martinez. Not sure if he's gonna be starting. Well, given the transfer fee of 47 million euros, I mean you're not going to bench a 47 million euro defender, are you? So he might start in the starting lineup. Rafael Varane has his injury woes. Bailly definitely has his injury woes. Victor Lindelof is solid, especially on his day. I don't even think I would trust Harry Maguire with 5 pennies if you ask me, but given that he's the captain, I'm pretty sure he's going to be starting. So it's going to be interesting how the defense for Manchester United is going to line up for next season. On to the last Manchester United linked news. Manchester United is in for Paulo Dybala. Now I always say this, and I've always been a fan of Paulo Dybala. But I think the 28-year-old Argentinian forward Paulo Dybala has passed his best years, unfortunately, because he's very injured. He's been injury prone for the last 2 years. Very good player. He's left footed. I think Manchester United. I think we fans have a knack for left footed attacking forwards. We've started with Griezmann. We've started with then Griezmann in workout. You go to James Rodriguez. My fact, James Rodriguez birthday passed like a couple days ago or yesterday. And the brother is 31 years old. I remember when this dude was 22 years old, lighting up the 2014 World Cup. And he's 31 right now. Just goes to show that time just flying by. And this brother was just kicking it at the World Cup. 7 years? I know my numbers are not right with God, but I think in 2014, this brother was lighting up the World Cup at 22 years old. Now he's 31. What's up, man? But now we're linked to Paul Dybala, and Paul Dybala is a free agent, so he's not tied to one club or any club for that matter. He's a free agent. I would like Paulo Dybala to come to Manchester United. Yes, it's a risk, but you can't have no rewards if you don't take any risk, can you? So I would go with the sign of Paulo Dybala at Manchester United. Rip off the number 10 from Rashford. I see I see the article right here. So I am ready. Out of form, Marcus Rashford for Manchester United, aiming to start afresh under new boss. Man, take off that number 10 for if you want to start afresh, take off that number 10 off your back. That number is too big for you. No, I'm not saying you haven't had good games in the number 10, but that's too much for you, man. That's too much for you. Your shoulders are weighing down. That's too much for you. You have to go back in your 39 or your third. What number you had after the 19? Yeah, man, go back in your 19. Or I think Varane has that number. But go back into your 19 kid number, man, or 39. Yeah, man. Number 10 is too heavy for you. Give that to Paul Dybala. Dybala has set his name as a number 10. He's a Juventus legend. And I would again accept Paul Dybala at Manchester United. So leave your comments down below on the thoughts on whether you want Lisandro Martinez to come to Manchester United, the defender from Ajax. Most Man United fans want Frenkie De Jong already, so that's out of the mix. Do you guys want Paul Dybala? Go and leave your comments down below in the comment section. I believe we have a game against Melbourne tomorrow. Let me give a quick starting lineup. Although it's not going to be perfect, but I'm still going to give a starting lineup. In goal, I know that we started strong against Liverpool, our rivals, but in this one, I'm still going with the here in goal. On the right hand side, I'm going with Dalot. As centre back pairing, I'm going with Erik Bailly to keep his place in the starting lineup. With Varane. As well, I'm going to start La Masia at left back. Yeah, I think La Masia is going to be starting against Melbourne at left back. In the midfield, I'm going with Man, I don't want to be seeing this Mark for midfield again, man. Yeah, I might go with Gardner in midfield. Gardner in midfield. Danny Van de Beek in a midfield two. I believe Bruno Fernandes will be starting, although he was non-existent between the lines of the midfield and the attack because he was playing as the number 10 and he wasn't doing anything there. But I'm starting back as the number 10. 4-3 line. Oh, almost a Mason Greenwood. As striker, Anthony Martial to keep his place. He got a goal against Liverpool, which was very nice. Sancho is going to be starting. I would like Sancho to start. And on the right hand side, I would like Marcus Rashford to start. I know it's not a perfect lineup, but that's my lineup. Leave your lineups in the comment section. I'll show it to you guys in the next video podcast. I'm out.